Let me tell you a story that's going to be exclusive that might bring tears to your gentleman's eyes. And I'll try not to have them. I was raised by Fred Bear. How's that? And when I hunted with Fred Bear, you know what he did over my tree stand? And for all of us, when we hunted with Fred, he threw out corn because he wanted us to help kill some deer. Is Fred Bear unethical? Fred Bear took a mule into the British Columbia wilderness, and he shot that mule in the back of the head with his .44 Magnum to have bait for a grizzly bear. Why not? He was there to kill a grizzly bear. I understand I like dead mules. You understand? And Fred was the master of public relations. What is PR? I'm going to give you a little education here. It's not just a term. It means public relations. How do you relate to the public? Do you think I would be invited by families every year saying goodbye to their little boys and girls with a terminal illness? We're talking 5 and 6. You ever see it on the TV show? Maybe the really ethical guys in our sport, maybe they can tell me how many families chose them to take their little boy and girl hunting before they died. Well, surely a family would rather have an ethical guy go who's always reminding you how ethical he is. No, they don't. They want a guy who's honest. They want a guy who's not afraid. They want a guy who stands up for what he believes in. And that I am chosen every year since the late 60s, by the way, which, by the way, you've never run in deer and deer hunting, but I'm sure we'll hear about California charging me with a game law violation. But you haven't run any of the stories about all my record-setting donations for the Children's Leukemia Foundation or the Ronald McDonald Cancer House or the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, or just last month, 12 years in a row, the record donation for a hunt with Ted Nugent for the cystic fibrosis. So I understand you are starting to run some of those. And if you don't, you're a punk. They choose me because I'm their blood brother. You know why? Because I relate to the public better than you guys. I really relate to them. Those little boys and girls relate to this old 62-year-old guitar player, and they always reference Spirit of the Wild. And they always reference Whack 'em and Stack 'em. And they always reference Where Have We Seen This Before, where I hold up a bloody arrow, which my critics condemn. So my critics condemn the relationship I have with these families at the most traumatic and emotional time in their lives to choose me to take them on their last hunt? Really? Who would you listen to? The families and the dying little children, or the critics? I chose a long time ago that my critics are idiots. That the ultimate determination of your value as a human being will come from a family saying goodbye to a 5-year-old little girl and choose you to spend their last campfire with. And that brings me to the master Fred Bear. Fred Bear came up with the magic ultimate promotional statement. The kill is anticlimactic, said Fred Bear. It's not why we hunt. He didn't mean that. It was a clever, downright brilliant statement to let people know that the kill he did articulate that the kill took place in a second. It was over in a second. But the hunt was examining the calendar, remembering the last year's sensations, feeling the changes from summer to fall. The geese are forming. The animals are more active. There's a change in the spirit. It's already happening in August. There's no killing it, but we're already hunting, aren't we? We're sharpening those arrows. We're sighting in those guns. We're putting on the new sling, getting a new scope, sharpening that knife, laying out our wool. We're hunting. Get a duffel bag. Start coordinate the rendezvous with your buddies. Whose trailer we're going to use. Who's bringing water. Who's bringing the beer. We're hunting. That's the hunt. We're hunting already. Haven't killed anything. That's what he's talking about. It's the blood brotherhood. It's the call, the inescapable call. We have to do this. It's not bowling. Can you imagine a deer and deer hunting reader going, nah, I'm not going to hunt this year. Yeah, not this year. It's inconceivable. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. It has to happen. You can't see a gorgeous, skinny girl go by dressed in tight clothes and not look. Can't do it. Love the smile, Dan. What we do is so perfect. It's so pure. How I do it is so perfect and so pure. But we've got to cleanse the semantics. We've got to cleanse the failure of our past leadership who got hyper paranoid, particularly at the Guns of Autumn juncture. Fred saw it 30 years earlier. That's why he made that statement that the kill is anticlimactic. It's not anticlimactic. It is climactic. When was the last time you walked up to that buck and went, yeah, I can't wait to load the truck up? I mean, you got to be kidding me. It's the climax of climax.